Shit.
Y'all in the background. Y'all in the background, but I just pressed live.
Oh, all right. Well, thank God you did it just now, because if you had done it 5 minutes ago, everybody would have seen my entire naked ass. Yep. I stood up and turned around and my whole ass was in the screen. Ooh. Ah. Wait, did I lose everybody? Where's everyone? Beauty doll.
I'm right here.
Oh, there you go. I can't see you. Okay. Yeah. So I honestly think that, Bailey is going nuts because he wants to go outside, but it's really, really, really cold. So I'm like, dude, we can't go outside today. It's too cold for you. So because he goes and stands by the door and starts looking crazy in the face, I just take him outside and I walk him like inches away from the front door. And soon as that New York wind hits him, he's like, "Oh wait, I wasn't banking on this. Like I can't do this." I'm like, "Really? You made me put 99 layers on you, and now it's all too much for you."
Yes, you know how.
And I've got on 9,000 layers because it's freezing.
Well,
I don't know what to do. I can't wait for spring though, because I seriously can't take another minute of this. I cannot take another minute of this. Even today when I was getting ready, because normally he knows what day Monday is by the way I dress. As soon as I put my top on, he came out of nowhere. Like, what are we doing? We going outside? Is today the day? What's happening?
I'm ready.
So, yeah. This is what I'm dealing with over here.
I really wish that you could see what Jack is doing. Like, this man is sitting on the couch.
We are the Smile 69 Network with the sexy, sexy producer and lead host, Vanessa Smiles. The girl, Miss Beauty Doll, is here and all about that business. And you know who I am. It's your girl, Presenda.
Hey, Queen.
Hey.
And I was like, oh my God, yes.
Smiles 69 Network is on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Also, find us on Facebook.com/Smiles69 Network.
Vanessa smiles so live, it's true. Personal is shining through. So fine, Smile 69.
Check these fine ladies out on the Smile 69 Network. They get it in.
You've tuned into Smile 69 Network.
Beauty doll, Vanessa.
Yo.
What's up? Are we here? Are we live?
It says we're live.
I think we're live. Beauty doll.
There goes Vanessa. We're live.
All right. All right.
Priscinda, please tell the people about your birthday.
Okay, this was a weird birthday. So for those of you that don't know, I had two passings like within days of each other of people that I love very dearly. So may Earl St. Clair Newsom Jr. rest in paradise. He was amazing. That was Grandpa. Here's what I love about Grandpa. I never told you this story. So Grandpa was 95. So, during his old age, like whenever people would visit, he would say, all right, I'm tired of talking. And he'd get up and go in the bedroom and go to bed, leaving you in the living room, like, do whatever you want. But he would say, I had enough, and that would be it. And then my dear friend Denise, who I've known for more years than I want to count, she passed. So rest in peace to her and paradise to her. But my birthday was weird because, COVID, and I'm sheltering in place because I don't want to get sick and I don't want to make anybody else, anybody else sick. So it was low key. So I just drank a lot of champagne and I ate a lot of cake and I ate a lot of pasta, which means I will be eating salads and just green things from now, I'm guessing, until April. So it was a very low key birthday, but that's okay. That's okay. I've had many more birthdays where I have woken up laying down on my face. There's been a lot of birthdays like that, Vanessa. You've been there for a lot of them.
No, what
I
we have
woke up
to do
laying down on my face. That's when you know you've had a good time.
We got to
I
balance
like that
out
blue.
day sometimes.
What's that blue bottle?
Oh.
I like that.
Oh, so that is, yes. So this is my new wine I've been drinking. I'm completely addicted now. Oh, hold on
What
one
is
second.
it?
It is a Riesling.
I love Riesling.
Yes, it's Brotherhoods, and it's 12%.
Nice.
Alcohol, 12%. Heavy on the
Nice.
Heavy. If we gonna drink, let's drink.
And it's called Brotherhood?
Called Brotherhood. I will definitely be bringing you some. There's only one place
please
in
do, because I don't think I've ever seen that over here.
Yeah, and
I love
found
Riesling.
Yeah, and
But I
found
missed
it
you
in
guys very much. I missed everyone very, very much.
Missed you too.
You too. I've just been on some like crazy shit, trying to fulfill a lot of different things in my life and working on it. Trying to work on it. But we are here, and today we are talking about retirement. And I know Beauty was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Retirement?"
I like
Beauty. Do not curse me out. Please do not curse me
I
out.
already told y'all. I did my retirement in New Year's. I ain't talking about this shit no more. I have already started my new.
So that's what you retired.
I retired 2021 and all the bullshit and everything else in it.
Vanessa, what did you retire? What made you think of this?
Yeah, what
This is really
on the mind?
because I have a couple of stories that we're going to talk about today, but also for me, I've just been in a space where I've just been retiring certain things in my life, just period, like just certain mannerisms, certain things that I used to do, certain ways that I used to live. Like for me right now, my life, discipline and self-control is very, very important to me.
Okay.
And sometimes with that, you have to retire other things in order to be able to fulfill being disciplined, in order to be able to fulfill being able to manage yourself. So for me, one of my things is time management, being on time to places. I know that I cannot, be an insomniac and watching YouTube videos to 4:00 in the morning.
I have insomnia too, so I get it.
I know that you people are out there. We're on YouTube right now. You people are out there. All you guys who are outside or just lit up to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You cannot be successful in life by doing that. There's no way.
Preach, girl.
I'm doing research. I'm not really like on YouTube, just on YouTube watching.
Which I'm not saying that it can't be helpful to what you want to accomplish, but the reality of how the world works, a lot of things just happen in the daytime. I used to say that to myself too, like, damn, like, why can't I make my own hours? Well, because the bank opened at 10 o'clock and it closed at 6. It just does.
Preach me, because I'm going through the same exact problem. I have horrendous insomnia, and by the time I wake up to get it going, it's like, well, it's almost time to go to bed because I was up until 4, 5, 6.
And everybody else is asleep. Everybody else is gone by this time of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm the complete opposite. Like, I will stay up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep for a couple of hours. I always wake up at exactly 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't
See, you're lucky.
Past 9 o'clock, I'm gonna wake up automatically.
You are lucky. I can't do that.
I always get up. I always try to get up before 9 o'clock, take all my, all my vitamins, take the dogs out, do little shit that I'm supposed to do till about like 11, 12 o'clock. Then I start running on fumes. Then I got to take me a pick-me-up nap. Then I'm waking up right on time for nighttime. I'm a vampire, though, and everybody around me is a vampire. So it's only kind of
I can't do it. And it doesn't help that my dog sleeps late.
oh, my God.
So he doesn't even have to go outside. So there's no reason for me to get up to do that, because if I try to walk him before like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he will not cooperate.
You got his own time. He got his
No,
own
because he's
time.
like, I won't. You'll drag me then, bitch. Drag me. I
He
don't
said,
care.
did I tell you I had to go pee? Did somebody ask you for your help? Like,
But
Oh my
Vanessa, I
God.
have to say, I feel like everything is going down while I'm asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to call my banker because I got myself a banker because let's watch my $20, right? Get yourself a banker. You don't have to have a lot of money to get a banker. So I needed to call my banker every day last week. But because of what time I woke up and all the other things I had to do, I never got a chance to call him.
Mm-hmm.
So
It be like
I
that
want to
sometimes.
retire insomnia.
Oh.
I want to retire insomnia. I also, and maybe you ladies can relate to this, I also want to retire the word yes. Because a lot of times when people say, "Oh, Pete, can you?" I always say yes. If it's
you
a
know what my
friend that
difference
needs
is?
help and I'm in the middle of something critical, and they'll hit me up, "Hey, Pete, can you give me a minute?" I say yes. I'm retiring the word yes. There's going to be a lot of no coming.
I've learned a
That's
new
a
way
lot.
of no.
to assess those situations. Like, instead of me automatically saying yes, I'd be like, it depends.
Yeah.
So
Well, what
then
I
you
started doing was
understand. So then I don't feel as bad when I tell you no. Because
yes.
I
Yeah.
already
Let's
told you it depended on something.
that's
Well,
true.
what I
Let's get
started
his
doing,
Insomnia, all you have to do is, like, I work out at night. Like, when I'm like having insomnia, I'll watch my YouTube videos and do little lazy bed workouts.
Okay. Well,
I do those.
but wait, just 1 second. We're gonna get into some of these comments so we can actually get into the topics too. John Logic and Friend says salute to the panel and chat. Hey, John Logic, salute to you. And Champy is in the chat room as well. She says, "Hey, family, what's up? What's going on,
Champy.
Champy? Salute to everyone from the Ranters Union inside of the chat room." And John Logic says, My sincerest condolences to you and your family, Queen P. Yes,
Thank you,
my
baby.
condolences to you as well, Queen P. And Champy says my condolences as well. And she also says happy belated birthday. So yes,
Thank you
happy belated
all.
birthday to
Thank you
Priscinda.
all.
And OGK Network says, good morning. Who retired? We're not talking about people being retired. We're talking about things being retired. Just those things. He says, Beauty, what's your young ass retired from? Well,
they keep calling me young, but I am in my 30s still, and it's a lot that you can retire. You can retire a nigga, you can retire a relationship, you can retire a friendship, you can retire a bond, you can retire a plan that you have, so you can start another one. Baby, you could retire a motherfucker. See, we say retire when you're older. We don't say block.
And Mr. Jones 169 says, good evening, Queens. Good evening to you, Mr. Jones 169. So so today I created the idea of talking about retirement because sometimes certain things just need to happen. This gentleman, for me, showed an example of what it means to not allow anyone to rain on your parade.
Oh.
Shout out to Nancy Wilson. Don't Rain on My Parade. Great song, by the way.
All right. Yeah.
But in regards to this situation, we have a gentleman. This is definitely in New York City. I'm presuming that this is the L train. Okay. And we do have someone being hit in the face with a mop. And I don't know that it's not being warranted. It looks pretty warranted to me. So according to trollalley.com, one of the videos that have recently went viral says dude hits a guy with the mop after he kept pouring juice on the floor while he was mopping at his job. So let's take a look at the clip really quickly.
I think I've seen this clip.
And yeah.
It's me. Wow. Yes, I think it goes on the floor. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up?
Oh, shit.
Let's look at this once again.
It's me. Wow. Yes, I think it goes on the floor. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up?
It seems to me like that man tried, like he was doing extra shit before, and that's what made whoever start recording. because you hear him say you think I'm pussy, and old boy just keep. I think it was justified. Shit, you don't stop disrespecting people at their job. You don't know what people are going through personally in their life, and it sounds like he took a lot of shit before he tossed that mop at him.
Amen, beauty. People, you don't know what like people are dealing with in their home life, what kind of job stress they have. And if somebody is holding anything that can be used as a weapon, I would just advise people just not to fuck with people right now. Because I know that I have had to control a tremendous amount of rage. I'm like, no, P.
And you can tell he been doing janitorial work for a long time because he's
Yes.
heavy as hell,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
And see, I feel like this to me was a beautiful win for people in society because this is a pure example of not allowing someone to rain on your parade. Here is this man just working, trying to shine, trying to just be somebody in society,
Trying to earn that paycheck.
instead of robbing niggas, which he could be doing. He's choosing not to rob people, he's choosing not to scam or steal. He's trying to go to work and do his job. And here's somebody in his space pouring liquid on the floor. Now, my question is this, though. Now, if this was a white man pouring this on the floor, do you guys think he would have had the same reaction?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Y'all think he that mad?
Oh, I think he would have busted him in the face a lot harder.
He probably would have hit him in the face with the mop instead of hitting his shirt. See, you can tell he knew hitting his clothes was going to hit him harder than hitting him in the face with the damn mop. Because he automatically was like he got shot. Like he was like, oh, my white teeth, Lord Jesus, no.
Agreed.
But I just wanted to ask you ladies, though, in reference to retiring things in life now. So I feel like for me, this is something that I've learned from this video that I'm definitely picking up in my life. I'm not allowing anyone to rain on my parade. If you are working on doing something great, you have the right to do so. I feel like it's very, very important to not allow people to come in and rain on parade. So I would ask you ladies, has there ever been a time that someone has rained on your parade, or a time where someone tried to rain on your parade? How did you handle it, and what did you do to either stop them, or did you not get a chance to stop them, or what was the result of the situation?
Can I tell a quick story?
Yes, Pete, please.
All right. So the first time I got booked to do a movie, I was really excited because I'm not an actress, and this was not something that I really went after or expected, right? So Spike Lee's company, I just sent them my picture, and they called me like 2 weeks later. That's when I did Belly, right? So I'm working, I'm excited, and I'm telling my friends, some bitch who I just say hi and bye to at work because I didn't really fuck with her like that. She's like, oh, so I heard that you just gonna be an extra. So I said, bitch, I beat out thousands of people with just my face.
Right.
How many people have asked you to be in a fucking movie?
And let me just say that Priscilla still made the cut, and
she didn't
he's
see
in the
that
cut.
coming. She thought that she was gonna rain on me. But what I never do is I don't hide my sunshine under a rock. I don't.
Ooh.
I don't hide my sunshine under a rock. Sorry you're you, bitch. Sorry I'm me and it's bothering you. Whatevs. I'm going to be in a movie as of tomorrow. Whatever.
Goddamn right. And this is the thing. You made the movie. Where is she?
Somewhere being dusty.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the beauty of life sometimes in a certain way. Beauty, a time where someone got a chance to rain on your parade or didn't get a chance to, or tried to rain on your parade, and what was the result of the situation?
I mean, a lot of people try to rain on my parade on the everyday basis. I feel like that's like a hashtag right now.
What was the most outstanding moment where that happened?
I don't even know, but I don't even I spaz out and then I let it go. You know what? Maybe it is. Okay, it is one time when I was dancing one time for my birthday, and somebody came through, and basically the young lady was trying to outdo me on my birthday, and I'm like, this is my party.
No.
What are you doing? Like, she was taking shots. She was just being hella disrespectful. So I started doing childish stuff, like dancing 5 songs and not taking no break, real fast. Start doing splits and stuff that I knew she couldn't do because at the end of the day, I will spaz out on you and I will correct you, but I will play petty by petty if you try to play me for crazy. So when people try to rain on my parade, either I'm going to ignore you or I'm going to dig a grave and set you up just so I can watch you fail.
Oh my God. Oh, Beauty's killing niggas. Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
Right?
I get a rise on that. Like if I see that you're trying to be petty about shit, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna check every last one of that because I look and sound so nice, and I'm so nice to certain people that people take that for granted and they like to throw shots, and I just be sitting there like, that's you. And as soon as
I understand.
I start and they trip and fall in that grave, I started throwing the dirt. You shouldn't have did it.
You shouldn't have did it.
Stop fucking with me.
Now, one of the things I did want to get to, as far as me being in a position where my parade got rained on. Now, I'll say my parade kind of got rained on recently via third party, but still very closely connected. And it's crazy how like the universe works. But anyways, I have a close family member to me who was recently physically attacked very badly. You know, physically attacked, punched in the face, like super badly. And for me, I jumped in. I stopped the fight. And the person who did the attacking, I feel like that person was able to walk away, all that. And I felt like that, I felt like in that moment that I had lost. I felt like there wasn't no justice to the situation. I felt like my parade had gotten rained on and I got to now mop up the water type shit. But you know, the person who did get attacked, they got healed pretty quickly. So it wasn't nothing life-threatening or anything like that. But in the moment, it seemed very severe. And for me now, looking back at this situation, is that even when people think that they've rained on your parade, sometimes they truly haven't. Sometimes you live to see another day. Sometimes you truly move on to be better than that low moment that person even think that they put you in. And so for me in that moment, and I was very upset thinking that, hey, my parade got rained on. Like, what the fuck? This is fucked up. I got to mop up this fucking water now. And then all of a sudden, the next day and the days after that, I had to say to myself, man, that water dried up pretty quickly. And it's fucking hot outside now.
Right. Because in that moment, you don't feel like you got any sort of justification in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because this person just gets to do all of this harm.
And skip,
and then they just, walk away.
But my aunt told me about it.
Like,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
You can't acknowledge the fact, like when you dwell on the fact that somebody else is, and my mom yells at me about this all the time because I dwell on the fact that I get consequences and this motherfucker living free, but they doing worse shit. And
right, but that's what. But people's. And this is what I had to learn because, and my aunt, she told me a story about someone doing something similar to that and how they died a horrible death from a terrible disease later on in life. And, I'm not wishing that for this person at all because I don't wish things on people, but karma shows back up in different ways. So I ultimately know that no one can do anything in this world without receiving repercussions for it, even though I might not see it. I might not even know about it. I might still feel like it's unjust and undue, but I just have to let it go and know that that's how the world works. So you don't do stuff like that and begin to exist in a happy way, So this is about the universe. Just like I have to say this, and unfortunately, that guy on the L train got his consequences very, very quickly.
Yes, because he's probably been going around just fucking with people. For no reason, and thinking that that it's going to be all sweet,
right?
You don't know who you're coming at. Like that young lady that came at me that day. She thought that I was going to feel a way. No, you got the beast because, like Beauty, I'm nice, and then I'm nice, and then I'm nice, and then you push that button one too many times, and that's when you go meet. I don't even put her name out there. That's my alter ego.
There we go.
I'm not responsible.
She is batshit crazy in Flatbush. Like, you don't want to know this girl.
And she outside.
She outside. And she
outside. Oh my God. Let's get to some of these comments though, because a lot of people are in the chat room tonight. OGK Network says, I will Molly wipe his ass too. and Champy says, gotta be the L train. Probably the L train runs through Brownsville, so I wouldn't expect it not to. Champy is laughing. And Steve Stevenson says, hey ladies. Hey Steve Stevenson.
Hey, Steve.
What's going on with you? And OGK Network says, I'm surrounded by Oregon pyramids, so no bad energy is getting to me. All right, whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. All right. He says, I want to see Beauty do a split. Beauty, please tell them your I was gonna say, please tell them your website information once again so they can see you do a lot of things.
It is MissBeautyDollsPlayhouse.com. That's Miss Beauty Doll with an I, not with a Y. Playhouse.com, and that'll connect you to every single little bitty piece of me.
Yes, it's I for incredible.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. There we go. And OGK Network says, setting niggas up to fail. That's Gemini shit. Oh my God. And Miss Rabbi, we're still in Pisces season. We're still in Pisces season.
For people who wasn't trying to be genuine in the first place, you stop. I will not feel guilty about it.
And Michael Grady says, what's good, ladies? Hey, Michael Grady, what's good? What's going on to you? And then, so I do have another video where we can kind of expand on the conversation about retirement. So we're not necessarily retiring people right now, but we're retiring things that we do in our lives, ways of living, habits. And in some instances, I'm not saying it's not limited to not people, but, you know, people aren't our main thing when it comes to this. Let's look at the next topic. So we do have seems like I don't know if this is a real video or not, but it seems to be a TikToker video who's recently went viral because she is upset that she applied to Chick-fil-A via Indeed and that she did not get the job. So she shows up at a Chick-fil-A in the nearby area.
Oh shit!
To ask some questions.
Let's see this.
It's proving like everything the Empress to say about this new generation, feeling like everything is supposed to be handed, like it's deserved.
Right? Because and what I wanted to go to is like, you know, trying to tell this next generation to go to where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Let's take a look at this here. She really set herself up in a weird way. Very quick, short, and sweet. Hold on 1 second.
When Chick-fil-A don't hire you. When Chick-fil-A don't hire you.
I just have to say the shorty is picking up people's orders.
Something
okay.
Like this is sad. Like either she doing too much for clout, as they say, or she got mental issues. But at the same time, that is what was the point of doing that? I don't understand.
Well, she's. This is what she said. She said, y'all don't check Indeed. Now, for people who don't know what Indeed is a job website where most people submit their applications in order for them to get hired by jobs. She said in this video, she said, what, y'all don't check Indeed or something? And then she hopped over the counter after she said that.
May I?
How much they paying right now? Like, what's up? Like, I'm confused.
May I?
Yes, please, Priscilla.
Oh my God. Okay. First of all, you shouldn't be baby girl, you should not be going this hard to work at Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
you should not be. Like, let's set our bar a little higher than that. Just a little bit higher than going all in on not getting a job at Chick-fil-A. Second of all, you don't know what parameters you have in your resume that the algorithm probably didn't pick up, because that's usually what it is. And you all, youngers think y'all so sophisticated. You should know what an algorithm is. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have the algorithms that they are looking for, it just kicks your resume to the side. Lastly, there are way too many companies that you can work for other than Chick-fil-A that you can apply to. Last of all, you are not entitled to shit in this world. Nothing. Zero. Show up, and the people that want you will receive you. Well, not now because you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you blew that, girl. You out there forever. You're out there forever. Yeah. So for those going forward that see this and think this is a good idea, it's not.
And you know what, Priscilla, I completely agree with you on that. This is where I wanted to get to with this story. I was like, why are you even there? You applied to a job. If they don't call you, what is there to talk about?
Nothing.
Like that's just, they didn't call you. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what it was. They did not contact you. They didn't say press go. They just didn't contact you. So you decide to show up at the location. And what she did is she jumped over the counter and then she picked up an order and she said, Jocelyn, is this for Jocelyn? And
I
acted as she would operate and be a Chick-fil-A employee. Chick-fil-A employees don't act like this. As most people know, Chick-fil-A has great fucking customer service. They're well known for great customer service. Like, most people, even Lil Duval have tweeted out, he's like, anybody who worked for Chick-fil-A, I hired them. Like, people have honestly said that. Why do you even think that after, like, what do you expect to accomplish from this? You think that after you do this, they're gonna be like, oh, you know what? You're right. Come in the back. We're gonna give you a uniform. Sit down, sign the paper.
Because you're volatile and
you.
crazy, and now they got to spend all kinds of insurance money giving you the help that you desperately need. So no.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Like, the point of you doing this is doing what? You know what I'm saying? So honestly, my thing with this though, I wanted to ask you guys, like, I wanted to tell the babies too, like, to go to where you are celebrated, not tolerated. We've always heard this saying. Now, and has there ever been an instance in life, right, where you have tolerated dick instead of celebrating it? That could be physically, that could be spiritually, that could be friendship wise, business wise, relationship wise. Where you tolerated a man but did not celebrate him.
Oh, this is in relation to men?
Yes, the opposite sex.
Beauty. Because we know what you did to him in the end, but we just want to know the story.
Oh, I mean, I've tolerated a man just because of his penis. I will zone you out if I just want sex. I really don't care. I do that all the time. I don't. If it's a sexual thing, I will cut you out. I will not.
So
I go with the fantasy. Whatever bullshit they're saying, yeah, sure, okay, right on.
You said you go with the fantasy. That's the best ever.
Like, because at the end of the day, I'm not here for your penis. Like, I'm not here for you, sir. I'm here for your penis. I'm trying to be cordial about the situation. I don't understand why you're trying to make this difficult. Let's just keep it nice, okay? That's it. That's it. Yeah, but I tolerated some. I just be looking at them like, you just stupid as hell. You were just a walking dildo with pockets.
I love when you say that.
You have no worth about yourself. Why is this man? I just be thinking like ignorant ass shit be going through my brain.
I love that you said walking dildo. That's my favorite.
You guys be talking shit about him like we be in a girl pile, like playing poker in my head, talking shit.
I cannot do. Well, and Priscilla, if you don't have a story yet, I can go first.
You go first, because I'm too many things going through my head.
But yeah, so I really wanted to tell this story. It's a decent story, but nothing crazy. So I had an ex who visited me when I lived in Miami, and we had an argument in a hotel room, and the ex left the hotel room, and as he was leaving, he tried to slam the door for an extra effect. And guess who got their thumb stuck in the door when they tried to slam it? Yes. Guess who tried to leave to be? I'm the nigga leaving. I'm making a bigger impact and I'm fucking up my thumb. So anywho, I felt bad.
Instant karma.
That was a little bit of that. Absolutely. God rained on his parade immediately because he rained on mine. He rained on mine and he thought, whatever. So anywho, thumb. And he tried to act like it doesn't hurt. I see that it's like purple and blue and shit like that. So I'm like, you know what? I try to be nice, whatever. And so we go get some food. We come back. His stomach's still fucked up, and I know it is. He's a big black man, so he's trying to take it on like a G. And so that night I gave him some pussy. I did. I gave him some pussy, and I sucked his dick. I didn't want to do it because I was still mad at him. We never resolved the issue that we was even arguing about. I was so
was it
fucking
angry
mad.
head? Wow,
I can't do that, Priscilla. No, I love dick too much. I can't do that to the dick.
Okay, yeah.
Because if I do that, then I'm not gonna get any. If I bite off the dick, I'm not gonna get any of it.
You can give angry head and sex without biting it off.
There's no such thing as angry head.
I do it all the time, honey. I got a whole video on my OnlyFans of me giving a angry head.
What does that look like?
Well, what the fuck is angry head?
Because I don't know what that looks like.
When I'm giving the best head in the world, but like you see me rolling my eyes and like this nigga right here.
No, but you're still sucking dick. Like there's no way.
Right.
Because just the motion of sucking dick alone, you're trying to pleasure. You're trying to
like make my angry face with a penis in my mouth.
Right now.
I can't have an attitude with dick in my mouth.
Sometimes you just gotta give him head just because you just want him to shut the fuck up because he didn't piss you off to the point. If you say another motherfucking word, I'm gonna be on snap. So I'd rather just give you head to shut you up so everything can be peaceful. But I'm gonna be listening to most foul shit while I'm giving you head with my headphones on. Like I'm gonna be doing disrespectful shit, like my headphones on, or like I might grab the remote control and start flipping the channel.
And what face do you make? Because this is what we're like.
Yeah, because I'm confused. Because if you're giving head, just the idea of giving like head on a regular basis, like you're trying to please. You want that person to enjoy because they have to enjoy to get hard. Like they gotta be there. So it's kind of like
they really don't have to enjoy. Like, but are you rolling your eyes?
I don't have to be there. See, that's the part you're missing. I don't have to be there. I will turn into a blow up doll, like just because we're in a relationship. Like, I was willing to do that, but I'm mad at you, so I want you to get the fuck out my face. Because it's gonna be violent. So instead of it being violent, I'm gonna be the bigger person. I don't want to give you no pussy because I'm not happy with you. So you don't get no pussy. You're not laying on top of me while I'm mad at you, like nigga. I might just reach up and choke you in the middle of sex. So no, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna give you some head. You gonna take your fucking like that's
and see, this is how I knew, like, cause I could still do that. I like for me, and that's what I did. We had sex that night. I was mad as fuck, and he laid on top of me. But I allowed him to still lay on top of me, ultimately because I was in a relationship with this person. I did have love for them. This wasn't a stranger or anything like that. But at the same time, like I said to myself, like, yo, I need to make sure I'm going to where I'm celebrated and not tolerated. You know what I'm saying? And even what I'm allowing in my life, I'm tolerating this situation for sometimes an imaginary love for an ultimate situation. You know what I'm saying? I tolerated his dick on top of me and his dick in my mouth because I was horny. I wanted some dick. I was very horny. I wanted some dick. And two, this is somebody that I loved and I was in a relationship with. I ignored the arguments. I ignored what we call the red flags, that kind of shit. And I was mad as fuck while somebody was on top of me and while their dick was in my mouth. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I didn't know how to express angry head or anything like that. I haven't experienced that yet. Maybe that's something that I have to grow into.
Me either.
But so that was where I did that.
I'm gonna take clips of that video and send it to you for
I'm gonna repost it.
Okay, please.
Because I was gonna say, as soon as the video started, like it's Tupac scandalous. Like I was just pissed off. Like I was just listening to the crazy shit.
I do need to see what to do with my face when I'm doing that.
Right. We got a couple of comments coming in, and then OGK Network says she's lucky they didn't have that gun under the counter. Yeah, she might be. That probably is a good thing. She really wanted the job for the chicken. I understand. Chick-fil-A chicken is very, very good.
That's why you should be a customer.
And only show up to eat. Like you shouldn't be showing up
that chicken sandwich or that mac and cheese they keep talking about.
Yes. And Shampoo says she was just hungry.
Hypoglycemia. She just could take it.
Exactly. Shout out to Miss Ravioli. Miss Ravioli says, y'all, she was just showing management that she could call out orders with the best of them. What's wrong with that? Jocelyn got her order. Show her proof. Right. Yeah, she definitely walked around the corner. She's like, hey, Jocelyn. But yes, absolutely. OGK Network says Jocelyn order was for DoorDash. You fired already. Right. He probably giving Jocelyn order to the wrong motherfucking person and shit like that. Yo, that shit was probably chaos. And Shampoo says acting like niggas to make them a waffle. Yeah. It's a lot of that going on out there. Miss Ravioli says, real talk though, Chick-fil-A will get a tax write-off in the end if they hire old girl. Who knows? Probably, maybe not. But she's not that's not how Chick-fil-A employees act. You know what I'm saying? They out here crazy. And OGK Network says Beauty been the peen collector. Okay, that's all what right. Beauty has been. He also says, y'all better not be a mad nibbler to the dick.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what that is.
I can't. We gotta see.
I don't know what that is.
Because it's hard for me. I feel like if I am that mad with someone, if I am at a pissed off level, like upset, I can't do that with you. I can't physically go there. I don't know.
If I'm that angry, you should really put your penis away. Like you should. If I'm that angry.
Exactly, because at that point I might bite it just to be.
There's no telling what I'll do. I can't be
right. Trusted. Yeah, I can't be trusted.
I mean, most black women. Let's be real.
Right, we
are
not really
not
the
going
people
to hurt the penis. We're just not. And we're just not going to damage the penis because if you're there, that means she already likes it a lot, and we are not about to cut off a supply.
Right.
I think it.
Like that, like old girl that just cut the penis off and threw it in the ditch. Woo! We're just not gonna do that.
And you know what? There have been black women
I thought she was an astronaut or something. Then she threw it on the side of the highway. That shit was.
No, she just threw it somewhere in the dirt because all the men they had to go out and look for
it in the dirt.
She cut off the penis and threw it in the dirt.
She threw it in the dirt.
She said, "Fuck that nigga." He called it. I wouldn't cut if I gotta cut your penis off.
That means she cut it off when it was soft too. She probably just snipped that shit when it was soft. Yeah, that nigga probably did because the only way you could cut a nigga penis off is that. Oh,
either the penis got so traumatized that it just went limp.
And the only way you could cut a nigga penis off is if he sleep. That's the only way. You gotta drug that nigga. Ain't no nigga about to watch scissors come at him. And
I've seen I've been watching a lot of action movies with females, right? And it's been a lot of cuttings off of penises, and it ain't always.
And you know what? Bitches keep thinking they gonna cut niggas' penises off. Niggas gonna start cutting bitches' nipples off. That's what's gonna happen.
They already start doing that. They sew us up. They cut us off. They do all of that. They
not cutting nipples. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on people.
That sounds like a serial killer.
And there's no man cutting off nipples out here.
We are not putting this on women. We are going to.
No, Beauty. We have to be honest now. Women are gonna have to start retiring some of the toxic behavior that they have.
No, we're not.
Women cut off penises. Men do not cut off. Okay, they do in Africa, but in America, men do not cut off women's genitals.
2022,
except for Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm gonna admit your shit, and you want to make me look crazy, biatch. I'm acting crazy. That's what we doing.
Okay.
No. We
think like
crazy and
nipple. Can I just say this? Nipple mutilation is a serial killer move. Like you're a fucking serial killer.
You
and
gotta
then
be
you
a
start looking
successful
for the
nigga.
bodies in the basement like you're a serial killer.
Yeah, you got.
penis on though. Like, how mad do you have to be to cut somebody's nipple or penis on?
That's
like,
what I'm saying. You gotta be a successful nigga to cut a nipple off. You gotta really be there because that means you gotta get the titties out the shirt, out the bra, and then hold it up to, you know. Unfortunately, the penis is just easier to cut. Unfortunately, and as women, we can't, you know.
Like, yank.
Oh, niggas just start walking around with machetes?
Right.
Do not give anybody ideas, Beauty, please. Please.
Okay, let me stop.
Can we retire this?
Can
we retire this? Can we retire this?
No, not your Miss Discovery idea. You want to retire this?
Please. I know. I know. And
no, please.
And Beauty is too, because Beauty and I watch
know you and her, both of y'all.
I know, and I've been watching like all these crazy revenge fighting women movies. So
yes.
I'm saying, I can imagine.
Although Beauty, I don't know if they should let you watch shit like that.
Yes,
Ooh.
we gotta cancel some of your subscriptions.
You can't. It's free to be.
I can't.
We need some parental controls on Beauty TV.
Yes, Vanessa. Yes. Parental controls. Yes.
Let's get to some of these comments. OGK Network says Vanessa just wanted some good angry sex. I don't know if I wanted that. I wasn't willing to put up. You know what's crazy? I like angry sex coming from the nigga, but I can't be angry. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Women can't. I don't think women can make angry sex angry. Can women start angry sex? Like, you know how?
Because I feel like the man has to be angry. Yeah.
Like, you know how men do angry sex with us? Can we really do that with them? Like,
I feel like men lead sometimes in certain ways in the bedroom. I feel like really who sets the tone kind of could create that. Truthfully, I think that. And I feel like if it's a man that's the leader or the dominant person in that situation and he's the angry one, like he's big mad, you know what I'm saying? Like he starts it off, it's going to be angry. I feel like in my situation, we were both mad. So he's mad, he's not mad at me anymore. He's mad at his thumb now. But I'm mad at him because of the situation. He don't give a fuck about what I'm mad about no more. He mad because he fucked up his thumb fucking with me. So we were both angry in a sense.
And it's your fault because if you wasn't mad at him, then he
then his thumb would be good. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Have you guys ever had this? Because I've had this where I've been mad at my boyfriend, right? And he wants me to make up with him and I don't want to. And now he's mad that I won't, let him make up to me. So now we're both mad and then it turns into something very sexual. That's always fun.
Because sometimes because I do feel like sometimes when you're mad at somebody, that don't mean you don't love them and you're not attracted to them still. I feel like you could be mad and still extremely attracted to someone. Like, damn, this fucking fine ass nigga make me mad.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm just a brat. So naturally, like, if you're mad at me and I feel like what you're mad at me about is stupid, I'm just gonna.
Oh my God. JP says Lorena.
Hold my arms up and just go like this, and I'm gonna be mad because you mad, and now we're both mad.
Wait, Shampoo says Lorena Bobbitt. What was she
famous
for? That was the one that threw the penis in the dirt.
Oh my God!
People say they gonna Lorena Bobby somebody. That's what it means.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Lorena Bobbitt was the one that threw the penis in the dirt.
She threw the penis. She cut it off and threw it in the dirt. Oh
but
my
wait,
God.
don't miss this part.
That's
of the
a strong
story.
decision.
How about there were a whole team of men that went out looking for the penis? It was a news story. They were out there looking on the ground. And they were gonna find this penis. Look how they galvanized for that.
No, they was just like,
this galvanized for it. Like, no, we got to find it.
Yeah. She put on the big pins, like the astronaut diapers and shit, and then she drove.
Oh, I love her.
Until they caught her.
She wouldn't even stop to take a shit. How crazy is that?
No, you can really tell whatever he did really pissed her off that she thought.
I want to know what he did.
No, he did. They were in a relationship, right? Like, because he didn't really consider her his girlfriend, right? Because he already had a woman that, like, he was really, really into. And she was like, no, you're into me, bitch. And I'm going to come and let you know you're into me. So let me get some Depends. and some water and fill up my tank. And I'm
gosh.
driving 90 miles to show you.
Did he die or is he still woke?
That's a great
alive?
Oh no,
question.
she killed him.
He's still alive.
He died from
Oh no,
that.
she
He
killed
died.
his ass.
Oh, he
so-
died.
Yeah, she killed him.
People are
Did he
so
die
different.
after that? Or
You
he
don't
died
know
because
she
of
killed
that?
him.
No,
You
yes,
don't
she
drive
shot
90
him
miles.
off while he was alive, honey. Apparently,
Oh, so she cut the
made him
penis off
dinner.
first,
Yes,
and
she
then
made
she
him
killed
dinner and
him.
shit, I think, and confronted him about everything.
Oh,
And
while his penis was off. And then killed him.
no, she confronted him, and they said that it was pieces of fabric with his penis when they found it. So they think that Shorty chopped him when it was in the pan.
Machete shit.
She
I
drove
think
90
like the
miles with a
garden-
diaper
no, they
on.
think it was
This is a
garden
woman you don't
scissors,
want to
I
mess
thought.
with.
And I
No.
thought she used garden scissors, like the little hedgers.
Oh, the shears. Gardening
Yeah,
shears.
she used those or
Yeah,
something.
that's a lethal weapon.
Okay, sorry for all our male watchers. We're so sorry. We know y'all are in pain right now.
I mean-
you know how y'all be. See,
But
you
do
know,
you-
Hey,
please,
hey,
no
there's female mutilation going on in Africa too. So,
But
I
do
feel
you
sorry
do
for
you
them as
really
well.
want to mess with a woman that drove like over 90 miles with a diaper on? Like
You shouldn't.
you don't want to. But when you saw her picture, right?
You want to mess with
Wait,
a
can I
woman
say
who
this?
turned her
Can I
husband
just say
into a
this?
man?
Can I say this? When they showed her picture, I said to myself, how did he not recognize she was nuts? She had all the crazy eyes. You know how they look. How did you not know that she was nuts? Because, you know, you always hear men talk about, yeah, crazy pussy is good. Yes, until you're murdered. Until you are murdered, it must be very sexy.
It's like, how did you not know that she was
Look
going
at
really
her.
crazy?
Hold on, it's levels to crazy. Hold on, don't just put all of us in one damn basket now. We ain't
No,
all
Beauty.
Beauty's
crazy.
representing the
Look
crazy
at me,
people.
Beauty. Look at me, Beauty. She was this kind of crazy. This
Yeah,
see this face?
anyway.
That's the one.
Oh
This
my
bitch, she
God.
don't even blink. She's so crazy.
She looked like she had cave woman hair in that damn mugshot picture. Like she looked like she been in the woods, but she ain't been in the woods.
Let me tell you something. If you encounter somebody that doesn't even bother to blink, run.
I feel like if you encounter people who just continuously like take shit. See, I watch everybody. So when I see my friends about to break, I be like, hey, you good? You need me to
Yeah,
take
you
my
good.
shot? Like, what's going on? Like, you need a
You
hug?
good?
Hug you? Like, because everybody's crazy nowadays. Like, come on. Our black men are killing their spouses. Bitch, we ain't never had this rise. It's always the others. It's never us. And now we like right up there. Like, no, hug your people. Ask them if they straight. Make them talk to you now. Like, this shit's important. Like, it's scary.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get into some of these comments before we get into the next topic. OGK Network says, please, no more penis cutting talk.
Well, Beauty said that was coming.
And OGK Network says, who cutting nipples off to show the Milky Way? Hey, I'm just saying, I'm trying to find an equivalent to cutting a nigga's penis off. Like, females get a chance to cut a nigga's penis off. And I'm just trying to ask the question, what would men be able to cut off on a woman? So I just said nipples. I don't know. You know, OGK Network says, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Nothing, because I haven't seen a Klondike bar in years. And it's too much goddamn calories. I'm eating salads with Crescendo. Okay.
Yes.
I never understood a Klondike bar. I don't know. I've never wanted one.
Me
What
either.
would you do?
But I like the commercial.
Yes, that should. Yeah. Shout out to all the black kids who know all of the commercial songs, because
That'd
they
be
will
us.
watch
You
in
come
front
on
of the
Saturday
TV,
morning
and you get a
putting
chance
all
to
the
sing this shit.
cartoons.
That would be us.
And then your mama tell you to shut the fuck up from singing the goddamn commercial because you making too much goddamn noise.
Exactly. You better be singing. You better have an A on your schoolwork while you
Right, because you running around.
Oh, it always went to. It
Oh,
always
you better,
went to that.
you better know them words.
always
just like
went
you
to
do in the
that.
commercial. You better know it. You better
Oh,
know
you know
both.
how to sing that goddamn song all the way through. What about that math?
Right.
What about the book? But what about that C you got up on that spelling page?
Oh, when they start bringing up the old shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you jamming, and then all of a sudden your mama just start throwing wrenches in your face. You be like,
you can never be happy as a kid, because even if it's not schoolwork, Even if it's not schoolwork, what about them clothes on that bed in that room that you left there that you didn't
rest in peace, Sally.
Dance, you need to concentrate on them dishes in the sink. Like, girl.
Rest in peace, Sally. Rest in peace.
I got whole
what about that
spelling? Busting around talking about dishes and stuff.
Sally got you on the spelling. Sally was like,
the spelling. What about that spelling? What did we do about that?
Exactly.
Oh, you know all of that song.
Right. Oh, I hate when they ask you questions though, because it's insulting. It's insulting to children in a sense. Because children are just existing. Kids are just existing.
It's not just insulting, it's confusing because you be like, do I answer or don't I answer?
Because if you answer, you're liable to get popped.
Yeah,
I never answered.
Like, do I answer? And then they be like, you hear me? Well, damn, what am I supposed to
Nothing. Yeah, when you don't answer, then you get the you hear me? Oh my God.
See, who the fuck you talking to? You know what? I give up. You got this, bro.
You got this.
I never answered because I knew the answering was a setup. I was like, you're not gonna set me up like that. Because I'm gonna just let you go ahead and pop me because that's a setup.
No,
you got popped by Sally too many times, and you was like, no, no more.
The banana in the tailpipe. I'm not answering.
No,
how old were you were not falling for the setup?
I'm not falling for that setup. It's a setup.
My mom used to be yelling at me, and I'd just be looking in silence, and she'd be like, "You staring through me? What the crud? You just told me to look at you. How am I?
You just told me to look at you
right now.
Right.
You said shut up and look at me. I'm confused. I'm doing those. Why do you think that I'm staring through? How am I staring? I used to always want to ask my mama, like, how am I staring through you? What exactly does this mean?
Oh my God. OG Kidnapper says Beauty finally admits she is crazy. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty,
Miss Rabiola says, look at her, said Priscinda.
Okay.
Absolutely. OG Kidnapper says time to make the donuts. Absolutely. So I do have one of our last stories where we can kind of get into teaching the babies or possibly teaching women who maybe not in the sex industry or dealing in the field of erotica in some way, shape, or form. We do have recently John Oliver's HBO show created a little bit of a conversation. I've never watched it, heard lots about it. I've never gotten a chance to watch it.
On and off of it. What did he say about the sex?
Yeah, so he had a conversation recently last week, stating that sex work regulation in the U.S. is confusing and it's also counterproductive. So he kind of talked.
May I say this first?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think you both should look at this because what I do like about the way he handles topics, even though he's a comedian and he's funny, but he investigates it fully and thoroughly. He did a show a couple of weeks back about white people just need to stop trying to touch black women's hair. And he
really?
He deals with a whole entire topic of it and why they shouldn't and why do y'all need to, like, he just goes in. He goes in.
And I think that that's one of the things, like, so where he did with this was he basically decided to discuss how it's counterproductive. He started saying that sex is a topic that historically we've not been very good at talking about, but that sex work is poorly handled in America as a result of local, state, and federal law.
He's right.
And honestly, it's very, very true because it's a lot of confusion about it. He also says that everything about the way we regulate sex work in this country is confusing and counterproductive, he said. Either it's demonizing, patronizing, or just plain wrong. Sex work.
He's fully truthful because think about it. You can get an escorting license, but still get put in jail for prostitution.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy, and I wanted to talk about this as well because he also mentioned sex work has always been a part of society, and sex workers are not a monolith, but that's often not taken into consideration. They always say prostitution is the oldest profession inside of the entire world.
Let me tell you something. There's a statement that was always made, and the statement was, "Pussy will sell when cotton won't." So
no, that's right.
Look how long ago there was slavery and picking cotton.
Pussy will sell when cotton don't.
Hey, I've always heard if you don't got nothing else, you got a pussy.
I heard this. You
I
got to
heard
use.
that one too, Beauty.
I heard you got to use what you got to get what you
What you
want.
want. Yeah.
All
Whether
of
it's
the
a smile on
above.
your face to the batting of your eyes. Don't get me on them old ass damn movies.
I know we're gonna go with it. Yes, he also says while police position themselves as saviors for sex workers, they are mostly arresting and jailing them. He then showed footage of an interview that implied that sex workers could be thankful for police intervention, but there
Shit.
isn't a thank you section in Hallmark called for arresting your officers. He also said that there was examples of police officers who had sex with sex workers during sex operations, and said that between 2016 and 2020, almost everyone arrested by the NYPD was selling sex was a person of color. So
Hello.
I mean, if they go after, I mean, if truth be told, like, I've literally been in the hotel rooms and stuff with my homegirls and, like, been, like, their lookouts and stuff. And I've literally, like, asked them, you know, y'all know me, I like to ask questions. And I've asked them, like, why the hell the police not bothering? Like, it's literally white girls standing on the corner looking like the damn girls you see in the movies, showing basically everything, and they're not bothering them, but they telling us to go in our rooms, and we're literally strippers. But we wasn't even doing nothing but standing outside our room, smoking and drinking, like smoking cigarettes. Not even, we weren't being loud or nothing. They was playing music out their cars, like trying to pick up people, blocking cars in. And the police never said anything. And y'all know me. Hey, stop bothering us and go to that corner right there. Go ahead. Bye. Because I'm originally from Chicago and we just don't deal with that. So yeah, you see the difference. And just like I've noticed when it comes to, and I know I'm gonna get backlash and I don't give a fuck. I've hung out with escorts that were, you know, a part of the LGBT, you know, community, trans, and they don't really get bothered like that. Most of their, because what they do, I thought that they did it, but they do because the police officers will use sexual favors to blackmail them for them not to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like I literally had a homegirl, you know, boy, who literally like told me like. Cause I'm like, why are you messing with him if you know he will arrest you? And she's like, because he'll literally like block the women and cause them problems and issues and drama just because they got big with him.
Yeah, honestly, and even for me, my experiences haven't been too crazy, but there's been times where I've been doing legitimate business, like I've been conducting film shoots, people who are being paid. I have a place that I paid for to, and sometimes especially hotels are very big on this. They try to limit how many people are in a room, and they only do that in certain areas. I know that if I go to white areas or areas where I spend a whole lot of money, no one is really operating like that. But on these very lower end or low level hotels, they try to monitor everything that someone's doing when someone's just spending their money to stay somewhere, you know, and they're just automatically, just because it's a black female that's there, they're automatically assuming that that's a prostitute, or they're assuming that that's a sex worker, you know. So it's an unfortunate thing. And for me, my question is, because I kind of wanted to teach the babies in this sense too, like, what is our solutions for creating good relationships between the sex workers and having police being to protect them? What would be a good solution that the police can implement, that sex workers that they could implement to be able to, for everybody to be able to do what they want to do in peace?
Well, I'm not in the sex industry, but I have thought about this a lot, right? No, I'm sorry, Beauty. You go ahead. You go first.
That's it. Mind your motherfucking business. Be there when we
go.
need you, and don't judge me when. Don't be there and don't judge me when I need you because of my profession.
Yeah.
Like I literally called police, and because they found out that I'm a sex worker or I'm part of the adult industry, you want to act funny. Like I've literally been in car accidents, and because I was coming home in my stripper hair, and you know what I'm saying. Like you're not in your stripper clothes,
you
but
get treated the same way.
You were in your uniform.
Yeah, they looking at me like I'm the one in wrong when the other person, like they're caring and more and now I gotta switch up my voice on you and get,
Yeah,
more
or just you could just be coming from the club. You could just be coming from a night out.
like I'm not a kid. I may sound like a child, but I'm not. I may look like a child, but I'm not. I'm highly educated, and I'll fuck you up the white way and the black way. Like, get your shit together. Like, you literally, it's like you have to work harder when it comes to police. Like, I literally had a homeboy shoot at my door because I did not want whatever he was offering. And he got mad about that. He had a girlfriend, and he shot at my door. And when I called the police, you know what them dumbasses told me? Because he stayed at a Motel 6, they couldn't do nothing about it. I said, so what you telling me is I could go shoot this nigga and then go stay in a homestead and I'm straight off of murder?
That's crazy. But no, I didn't want to think about that. That's just something that.
But the first thing they said was, what did you do?
Yeah. There's always a projection that, the person who's dressed a certain way has the unfortunate leg on things. That's why even for me, I take it a different way when I'm approached by police. Even for me, I never did anything destructive or I never made any noise. That's how I was told to move, is to move in silence. Whatever you do, move in silence. Don't be seen, don't be heard. You do what you have to do and you mind your business. And for me, that's how I always moved. But just because I looked a certain way, I was always treated a certain way. And because of that, I would always be more apologetic to the police, maybe when I didn't need to, or I would be extremely nice or passive to the police because I want to be nice to them. So even though they're outwardly disrespecting, but I am trying to be overly nice and peaceful to them so that I could try to calm situations down and so that I can go home not in handcuffs. That's the goal at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So for me, just knowing that these stigmas and these things that exist out there, I would say the solutions right now, because there's a big wave about this right now too, that women are protesting for decriminalizing sex work. To where prostitution will not be criminalized. OGK Network puts up a comment. He says prostitution is legal in Vegas, so why just states follow their model? Even
No,
it's
it's
also
not.
confused. I was just about to say that it's confused. I was going to say it's confusing in the state of Nevada because there are certain places in Nevada where it is legal. I don't remember the name of the places, but I don't think it's
one
Vegas.
spot in Nevada where it's legal.
In Las Vegas.
It's the money ranch.
Technically not legal.
Not legal in Las Vegas.
Thank you, Beauty.
It's the bunny ranch.
It's not.
Like around where the bunny ranch and stuff like that is. But no, actually inside of Las Vegas, you can get arrested. They got a whole show about getting arrested in Vegas, and majority of the motherfuckers that get arrested are pimps and prostitutes.
Yeah.
So no.
And let's just say there's also, Beauty, black pimps and prostitutes. Those are most of the people who get arrested.
Nah, I've seen a whole bunch of meth head white girls.
Yeah, some of them too, but they focus heavy on. I see a lot of black people handcuffed out there.
I skip the black shows.
Black people fucked up out there in Vegas. Not everybody doing amazing.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see our people. I want to see other people.
This is true. OGK Network says Hunts Point used to be Blade, but they cleaned that up.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, that was
look that up on YouTube.
I did see that. That was on. I watched that a long time ago on HBO.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Because he's saying like
Hookers on the Point. That's what it's called.
He said Hookers on the Point. It was a documentary that came out years ago.
Oh, probably Chicago's known for pimping. They throw the pimp ball.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say my advice to the police officers and mainly out there, I would just say if someone is not calling you, then you don't need to be there. To try to create stings where you're trying to catch someone for using their own body parts and no one's being harmed, no one's being hurt, no one's being, murdered or anything like that. It's no purpose for that. And I would say for the sex workers who are out there doing a lot of sex work, I would just say this: move in silence. Try to be seen and not heard. Try not to make noise so you don't put yourselves in situations where people can, put you under the jail, as they say. So sometimes you have to understand your circumstances, pay attention to your surroundings and stuff like that. That would be my advice. I don't know how often these sting people take these advice from people out there in the world, but I think that John Oliver is making a great point before he's saying it. It's it's very confusing with the regulations because you have some people being allowed to exist and do things in certain places, and then you have other people not being able to, and they're being arrested. So most people don't know what they're allowed to do and where they're allowed to do it. So in turn, a lot of people, just because they always say ignorance is of the law is not it does
It's not
not
an excuse.
it's not an excuse, or you're not subjected to not, still receive penalties for it. So, I just feel like just people being aware and people, really, really trying to make a change to, fight for something that's shouldn't be fought for. Like people using their own bodies is crazy. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So just like the abortion law, same shit.
Their own bodies, but it's because everybody wants control of everybody else, but they also want their own freedom.
Yeah. And Priscinda, any last words for the police officers or for the sex workers who are trying to exist?
Oh dear God. Oh dear God, yes. Okay. First of all, America began by Judeo-Christian beliefs, which means they hated everything fun. Okay? The sex industry has been around since the beginning of time. For young women and men who are going to work in the sex industry, please make sure you know the laws depending on what state you're in. Know that law. Second of all, I feel like one of the bigger solutions would be to arrest the Johns. Because if you're going to arrest this woman for the practice of sex, she had it with someone. So start arresting the men and watch and see how quickly all of this turns around. For the police officers, as we know, a lot of these women in the industry get sexually abused by these police officers. There was a story about 2 years ago. This young girl, she wasn't even a prostitute.
14-year-old girl. Yep. The one in Brooklyn.
They were trying to target the two men that she was in the car with. She had nothing to do with it. They dropped the men off, took her somewhere, forced her to give them blowjobs, the two officers, and she went right home and told her mother. Her mother took her straight to the emergency room. DNA was collected, and that was the end of that story because now you're busted, right? Mm-hmm. So start arresting some of these men. That's first of all. Second of all, police have to take a psychological test. So you know when you're putting a lunatic on the street that's going to have a gun and a badge to do whatever he wants to whatever citizens he wants. Like in LA, a lot of porn is shot in the Valley because that's where most of the larger white companies film. You never hear about arrests there.
Right.
Never. Not never. For as long as I've known about the sex industry in the Valley. And this was before I even met you and Beauty Doll. So you can't say on the one hand that, again, people of color, get arrested, get attacked, get abused, get held hostage, get blackmailed. But meanwhile, it's all going down over here. We need a blanket, statement of, I'm going to say New York because that's where we live, right? We don't know between the Bronx and, let's say Long Island. Well, that community could have a completely different law.
Right.
Okay, because sometimes the laws are local. So wherever you are, if you are in this industry, know the law. If you encounter the police, do what Vanessa says. Do whatever you can to de-escalate because the bigger issue is you getting home alive. Because we have now, and we've always known that they kill Black women at just as an alarming rate.
Yeah.
But we're just the last talked about. I'm sure there are stories we will never hear.
And that's the thing that I don't, what's so crazy? I don't really care too much about the killing. I just don't want no nigga fucking me and then locking me up. I can't do it.
I'm sorry. Every time I get pulled over, every time something happens with the law, I automatically on the phone and I put it on speaker with my parents.
Yes.
Something has to be recorded.
But I do think though that as an industry
have always been messed up.
I do think as an industry though, I do think that, women in this industry need to start banding together to fight for their right to exist. Because the sex industry is not going anywhere. It's always been around since the beginning of time. So, you know, the Judeo-Christians that always want to shut down the fun, they seem to be the ones that are always having the most fun.
Yeah.
They're always the ones having the most fun, right?
Absolutely.
The founding fathers, right? Oh,
Yep.
well, you know, everything is about, you know, we're going to set this system up and everything's going to be equal except those people, right? But meanwhile, they have slaves that they get to rape nightly. So when you see like how this system was set up right from the beginning, like here in America, so you know, band together, know your rights, fight, fight.
Because what's right is right. What's right, like it's necessary.
Yes.
So, and sometimes things do have to be changed in order for us to create some type of order. Sometimes the way
But
that it's
sometimes
existing
it only works if you band together. Because if you know Vanessa is fighting and then Beauty is fighting, you know, and then it's just the two of you, you
and
know,
no one else.
and, you know, and no one else, you know. So band together and fight. If you both of you know organizations where women in the sex industry are fighting, see what that organization is talking about.
Right.
Because I've never thought it was right that you lock up the woman and not the man. He gets to just go home. Really?
Especially for the police officers who have sex with the women who are supposed to be arrested.
Crazy.
It's a lot of states that lock up both, and you can get just as much.
Oh, can I tell y'all? Can I tell y'all this? I was watching this piece, right? It wasn't on Discovery ID, but it was one of the shows like it. This officer had sexually assaulted multiple black women. He would pull them over on the road, sexually abuse them, like force them into different sex acts. And, you know, they were all afraid to say something except this one black woman. And she went home and told her granddaughter what happened to her. This is somebody's grandmother.
Wow.
And her granddaughter talked her into going to the police, and she described the car because it was one type of police car that they had just started using, and they knew that only 2 officers had that car. That's how he got busted. But he had sexually assaulted multiple black women. Multiple. Put his ass under the jail. We should never see him again.
OGK Network says, in Oklahoma, I think his name was Holtzclaw.
Yes, that's that son of a bitch. I hope they're raping him right now. If he's in prison, I hope that his ass is stretched out across a table and 99 niggas are lined up.
And on that note, we retiring.
Oh, all right.
It's your girl Vanessa Smilez, Queen Priscinda, and Miss Beauty Doll. We will see y'all back again this Thursday.
We didn't take a picture.
Oh, 1, 2, and there we go, ladies.